Hello and welcome to All Things Career Services with TNT. I'm Dr. Tracy Spots.
And I'm Tatyana Gause.
And we are so excited to have you with us here today. We are here with Jacob from BCTC. Jacob, what is it you do for us?
Hi, I'm Jacob. I am the Esports and Engagement Assistant here at BCTC. My title is the Esports and Engagement Assistant, but if it's been anything gaming or esports related, it's probably gone through me. I kind of the head of the gaming and esports program. I handle the gaming lounge, the teams, the tournaments, events that we do here, all that good stuff.
Awesome. So today we're going to be talking about balancing school, work, and life. Are you ready to get started?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Okay, perfect. So you told us your title. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you do?
So here at BCTC, about a year ago, they started the gaming and esports program, brought me along to kind of manage it. We have esports teams that compete against other schools, other two-year institutions across the country. And so I promote that program. I manage the teams, I help get them signed up. I let them know everything that they need to know about that, make sure that they're competing, make sure that they're doing well in school as well. In order to compete, they got to keep those grades up because that's priority number one. And then we also have the gaming lounge over at Newtown campus where students can come in, get on our really nice PCs, PlayStations, Switches, all of that. It's just a free kind of open social space for any students to use during the week. And in there, we run a lot of tournaments, events, things like that are mostly gaming related. And so I do pretty much all the planning and prep and things like that for those events as well.
Very cool. What does balance actually mean to you?
For me, I think it's really closely related to your priorities. I think that when you're talking about balance, it's important to have your priorities straight, right? And take those things that are at the top of your priority list and put the most time and energy into those things. And sometimes that maybe means making sacrifices on the things that are low down on the priority list. But just to me, it is just making sure that the things that are important to you and that, require your time and energy are getting your time and energy.
When you were a student, how did you stay on top of assignments during busy weeks? And then what was your system for managing deadlines?
So for me, it kind of goes back to what I was talking about with priorities. My schoolwork and my studies, that was number one at the top of the priority list, as I believe that it should be for any student, obviously. And so pretty much I was always thinking about whether I was on track, whether I was looking good to, make my deadlines. Like that was the number one thing on top of my mind. And then if I felt like, okay, yeah, I'm looking good in all these classes, got all my homework done, I don't have anything really else to do, then maybe it was time for socializing, gaming, whatever else it might be. But that was kind of my system, just kind of always having that at the forefront of my mind, my schoolwork and my studies. And maybe sacrificing other things if it was getting a little bit too much.
Have you had to say no to something? How did you handle it?
I have to say no to quite a lot of things in the gaming lounge. A lot of small things. A student may ask, hey, can the lounge be open on the weekends? No, sorry, because we'd have to staff the lounge then, and that just adds a lot of complications. A student might ask, can my friend who doesn't go to BCT go to attend the gaming lounge? And also know we want to keep it just for BCTC students, so I have to say no to a lot of little things like that, but I think it's really important when you are saying no to explain why. I've always not been a very big fan of the whole kind of because I said so type of line of thinking that some people have. I think that it's important the person that you're saying no to can have an understanding of why you're having to say no to them, and and making them understand will maybe hopefully help them be more accepting of you saying no. So
What misconceptions do people have about esports and student involvement?
I think that a lot of people have the misconception that gaming can't be beneficial. It's purely wasting time. There's no upside to it. Where if you if you look at all these studies, things like that, people or students who are involved and are involved with sorry students who are involved with things, including other students, have better test grades. If you're involved in any kind of extracurriculars, anything like that, if you're socializing with people on your campus, if you feel more connected with your school, they're going to have higher test grades and also, very importantly, retention rates, which is something that is a big focus of the gaming and esports program, is the community and aspect and everything like that, and the and driving retention. So I think that because of all that, there are huge benefits. You're not just wasting time. You're socializing. You're being engaged. You're getting involved. You're learning a lot of soft skills, even teamwork. If you're on one of our teams, you're learning teamwork. Leadership skills. A lot of stuff like that. There are a lot of benefits that I think a lot of people don't realize or maybe can't see. So.
What tools do you use to stay organized?
For me, Excel sheets and my Outlook calendar and a notepad. Pretty much anything that I need to be reminded of. If it's far in the future, it's always going to be on my Outlook calendar. If it's like today or this week, I like to keep a paper list of here's what all I need to accomplish today or throughout this week, and then for planning events and whatnot, and keeping like our teams, like rosters, logged, all that stuff. I find Excel or Google Excel sheets, really helpful.
And then how do you avoid burnout?
Avoiding burnout is tough. I think that taking breaks is really important. It's difficult for me to sit down, for 4 straight hours, try to focus on one single task. I kind of need to sprinkle in little breaks here and there, or maybe split tasks up. Work on this for 30 minutes, an hour here. Work on this other thing for 30 minutes, an hour. Later come back to the thing for it's. So I think that's how I avoid burnout, is trying to split up my tasks or take breaks if I really need to focus on one for a long time.
What professional skills have you gained from engagement in esports?
A lot of communication and organizational skills. I've had to learn how to delegate things to other people, to our work study employees in the lounge, and organizational skills have been really important to develop, to keep track of what's been done for all these events. Like, is everything accomplished that needs to be accomplished before the event starts? How many people attended the event? All that stuff. Organization is really, really important, and throughout this year of being in this position, I've definitely developed those stronger than when I started.
Good job. What advice would you give a student who says, I don't have time to get involved?
I would say that, as I said earlier, people have their priorities, and that's going to look different for every person, right? Not everyone's priorities are going to be exactly the same. Different people are going to want to put time and energy into different things, obviously. So when getting involved, for this student may be something that they're not interested in and don't want to sacrifice other time for to do. But I would say that I would recommend trying to find the time to get involved however you can, because of all the benefits to it that I've mentioned earlier. That you're like, it's just been proven that students getting involved, retention and grades and success will just be higher.
All right, Jacob.
Yes.
Now we're putting you in the hot seat. It's time for the rapid fire part of the podcast. So I want you to choose between one of the two. It's only a few. Okay. Are you ready? Early morning or late night productivity?
Definitely late night.
All right. Study music or silence?
Silence.
Really? Huh. Digital planner or paper planner?
I use both.
Okay. What's one word you want students to remember?
Enjoy.
I like that. Enjoy. All right, Jacob, that comes to the conclusion of our podcast. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you all. I appreciate you having me on here, giving me the chance to talk a little bit about what I do and the benefits of it all. So, yeah, much appreciated.
All right, we'll be back in a couple of weeks with another episode of All Things Career Services. Take care.